A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to teach you the radius of curvature at the origin. So in previous lecture we have studied the radius of curvature in Cartesian curve form, in polar form, in parametric form. So today we will find the radius of curvature at the origin. So basically for finding the radius of curvature at the origin, we have to simply put the values of x is equal to 0 and y equal to 0 in the values of rho obtained. And here I am taking the curve y is equal to f of x, and this is basically the Cartesian form. So rho is the radius of curvature. So simply we have to put value of x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, and we find the radius of curvature at the origin. So today I will show you the direct methods for finding the radius of curvature at the origin. So the direct methods are of two types. First one is expansion method and second one is Newton's method. So what we have to do in these methods, I am going to give you some details on these methods. So first is method of expansion. So basically we know that when we put a equal to 0 in the Taylor's expansion, we get a Maclaurin's expansion. So we have to use this Maclaurin's expansion in this means for finding the radius of curvature at origin. So y is equal to f of 0 plus x into f dash 0 plus x square by 2 factorial f double dash at 0 plus so on. This is basically the Maclaurin's expansion. So basically what we have to do, since the curve passes through the origin, as we know that this curve passes through the origin, so here what we will do, the value of f of 0 becomes 0. So now we have to substitute this value, that is f of 0 equal to 0, in equation number 1. So after putting this value in equation first, we get y is equal to, now I have omitted this term because it is 0. So the rest terms are x into f dash 0 plus x square by 2 factorial f double dash at 0 plus so on. So now I have written the first derivative, means f dash at 0. I have denoted this term by p, and similarly the second derivative by term q. So we have now y is equal to px plus x square by 2 factorial into q plus so on, where p is equal to f dash 0 and q is equal to f second derivative, means f double dash at 0. So from here we know that we also know that in previous lecture I have taught you the radius of curvature in Cartesian form, and we know the formula for that, and we know, and it is basically rho is equal to 1 plus dy by dx whole square whole raising power 3 by 2 divided by d2y by dx square. So now here we are only replacing first derivative by p and second derivative by q. So rho at the origin is equal to 1 plus p square whole raising power 3 by 2 divided by q. So now I will give you the rule for finding the radius of curvature at the origin for this method. So the rule to find the radius of curvature at the origin, so basically we have to use these three steps. First of all, we have to put the value of y in the equation of the curve, and the value of y is basically px plus qx square by 2 factorial plus so on. Similarly, in second step, we have to equate the coefficients of like powers of x on both sides, and we have to find the values of p and q. So in short, first of all, put the value of y in equation of the curve, then equate the coefficient of like powers of x on both sides to find p and q, and at last we have to use these values in the formula of radius of curvature, that is rho at the origin is equal to 1 plus p square whole raising power 3 by 2 divided by q. So this is basically the method of expansion. Similarly, what we have to do in Newton's method, as we know that the curve passes through the origin, here we take two cases. If for example, if the curve passes through the origin and the axis, means x-axis, is tangent to the curve at the origin, means if x-axis is tangent to the curve at the origin, then in that case we have to substitute these values in the equation. That is, we have to put x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and dy by dx, or we can say p equal to 0 in the curve, in the equation. So by Maclaurin's expansion we have, so we know that this is the Maclaurin's expansion. So simply we have to put value of p is equal to 0. So after putting value of p equal to 0, what we will get? We get y is equal to 0. We know that this 0 comes from first term, that is f of 0 is equal to 0. So I have taken 0 plus 0 into x, p into x. So p is here 0. So 0 into x, and the rest terms as it is. So from here what we get? We get this expansion, that is 2y divided by, after cross multiplying by this term, so we get 2y by x square. This is equal to q plus terms of x and higher powers of x also. So now what we have to do? We have to take limits, because we know that the curve passes through the origin. So taking x approaches to 0, consequently y also approaches to 0. So from here we get limit x approaches to 0, and the previous term, that is 2y divided by x square, is equal to q, and we have to neglect higher terms. Okay, so similarly we have to put this value of q, that is equation 3, in the formula of radius of curvature. We know that radius of curvature is given by 1 plus p square whole raising power 3 by 2 by q, and here p is equal to 0. I have taken the value of p equal to 0 here. So from here I get the value 1 by q. Now I will replace this q, value of q, by equation number 3, that I have to substitute value of q from 3 in equation number 4. So after substituting this value, what I will get? I will get rho is equal to limit x approaches to 0. Now it becomes 1 by q, means 1 by 2y by x square. So it becomes reverse, that is x square by 2y. Similarly, that was for the case if that x-axis is tangent to the curve at the origin. Similarly, if the curve at the origin and the y-axis, means y-axis is tangent at there, then the value of rho is given by this formula. Here only we have to replace x by y and y by x. So here we get y square, and in denominator we get 2x. So now similarly I will tell you the rule to find the radius of curvature at the origin of curve for this method, that is for Newton's method. What we have to apply, what is the working method? We have to use these steps. First of all, we have to obtain the equation of tangent at the origin, and we know that for obtaining the equation of tangent at the origin, we have to equate the lowest degree terms to 0. Okay, so if x-axis is tangent at the origin, so we have to then radius of curvature is given by this formula, that is rho is equal to limit x approaches to 0 x square by 2y. Similarly, if y-axis is tangent, then we have to use this formula. Instead of x square, we have replace it by y, and similarly y is replaced by x. So suppose if neither x-axis nor y-axis is tangent at the origin, then what we have to do? We have to simply put the value of y equal to px plus qx square by 2 factorial plus so on in the equation, and we have to proceed as above. Now I am going to solve one example for clarifying all these methods, that is the expansion method, or we can say the Newton's method. So first example is find the radii of curvature at the origin of the curve, and here the curve given is this whole term, that is x cube minus 2x square y plus 3xy square minus 4y cube plus 5x square minus 6xy plus 7y square minus 8y equal to 0. So first of all, what we have to find? We have to see whether this curve passes through the origin, means clearly we have to see that whether 0 0 lies on this curve or not, and after that what we have to find? We have to find tangents, and for finding the tangents we have to equate the lowest degree term to 0. So we will write here the equation of the curve is, here the equation of curve is, we will write equation of curve is same thing, that is I will write here x cube minus 2x square y minus 3xy square minus 4y cube plus 5x square minus 6xy plus 7y square minus 8y, this is equal to 0. Okay, so name it as equation number 1. So clearly we will write clearly 0 0, that is this ordered pair 0 0, here x is 0 and y is equal to 0. So clearly 0 0 lies on equation first. Okay, so now we have to find the tangent. So we will write equating to 0, the lowest degree terms, the tangent at the origin, is given by, so from equation first we see that the lowest degree term is basically minus 8y. So we have to equate minus 8y to 0, or we can write y is equal to 0. So that is the axis of x, or we can write it as x-axis. Okay, so now we have to find the radius of curvature, that is we will write rho at the origin is given by the formula, and we know this formula, that is limit x approaches to 0 x square by 2y. Okay, so now we have to use this formula. So basically now what we will do, we will from equation first I have to divide equation first by 2y, and so that I can make this type of equation, that is x square by 2y. Okay, so dividing, I will write dividing equation first, both sides by 2y, we get what we will get, so I can write it as x into x square by 2y, because I want this expression, means I will put, after applying the limit, I will put directly the value of rho, means I will, instead of this term I will write there rho. So x into x square by 2y minus 2 times x square y divided by 2y. Similarly plus 3xy square divided by 2y minus 4y cube divided by 2y plus 5x square divided by 2y minus 6xy divided by 2y plus 7y square divided by 2y minus 8y divided by 2y. This whole equation is equal to 0. Or I can write it as x into x square by 2y. Similarly minus, from here I am doing what? I am basically writing 2y here and x square by 2y, so that this becomes then rho. So next term I will write 3 into y get cancelled, 3 into xy divided by 2. Similarly simplifying this, we get 2 into y square. Next term is 5 by 2 into x square by 2y. Similarly minus 3 into x, and next term will be 7 by 2 into y, and last term will be 4, and this is equal to 0. Now I have to take the limit, so we will write taking limits as x approaches to 0, as we have also y approaches to 0. We get what we will get here. I will write when x approaches to, and I am taking, now I have applied limit, so this term basically becomes rho basically from here. Okay, so I am just replacing this equation. So I will get 0 into rho. Similarly, next term will also become 0 into rho, and next term will become 0 because x and y is equal to 0. Again, next term becomes 0. Similarly, plus 5. Then again this term basically becomes here is a mistake, that is only 5. Hey, it is only 5, basically 2 goes there. So 5 into rho. Similarly, minus 3 into 0, this becomes 0 again. Then similarly, next term is again 0, and last term is minus 4. This is equal to 0. So basically from here what I got 5 rho. So this implies 5 rho is equal to 4. Okay, or I can write like this so that it will be more clear. I will write 5 rho minus 4 is equal to 0, or I can say 5 rho is equal to 4, or rho is equal to 4 by 5. Okay, so this is the answer. So this is basically the radius of curvature. So it is very simple. You have to follow the steps for finding the radius of curvature. So rho is equal to 4 by 5 is basically the radius of curvature at the origin for the above curve. So thank you.